Hi, this is Praios and I'm a professional gambler. Today I want to bring you a very tough hand. This is deep stacked for almost 250 BB, and yeah, let me first show you what happened and why this hand is so tough. Maybe you can help me out because I had a very hard time to put him on a hand there. And yeah, but before we jump into the action, please make sure to like, smash this button and also subscribe if you are not subscribed there yet. This helps out my channel tremendously and also keeps me motivated to bring you more videos like this in the future. As this is out of the way, let's jump into the hand. So it's getting folded to me in the cutoff. I open raise, pretty standard so far. The button comes along and small blind folds. The big blind calls. The big blind is a recreational player, and yeah, the button is a rec. And yeah, the flop comes very bad for me, and now I'm done with the hand basically. I got nothing, and yeah, don't want to bluff against two people. One is a fun player, so yeah, I check behind to give up, and yeah, the button doesn't step and we see a turn, and on this turn we basically hit the nuts. And yeah, the fish checks to us again. We go ahead and bet pot. That's a bit greedy, but yeah, I now want to extract value, and yeah, I also don't expect cold tonic to fold if he has any bit of this board. And as we don't block the ace, we also have a good chance to get called from one of these guys. At least that's what I was hoping for. But then something happened which is very unexpected, and I didn't foresee that at all. Yeah, the big blind folds, and now it's on me. Yeah, I have a very hard time to put him on a hand. I mean, if you break the hand down from pre-flop to here, we should have the nuts, as ace-ace is very unlikely for our opponent. First, he didn't re-raise pre-flop. Second, he didn't bet the flop. With a fun player in the pot too, I expect him to bet the flop almost always. There's just one combination where I think he might check back, and this is if he has slow played aces pre-flop and now picked up top set with a nut flush draw. In all other cases, I think he probably bets the flop. So my guess is that he either has aces, which he's low played. I mean, that's not that unlikely, as we are both very deep, and if his aces are crappy, he might just call pre-flop, yeah, to slow play, see a flop, and yeah, disguise his hand. And also, if he basically told all players that his range is very ace heavy, it becomes a lot harder to play. And yeah, so sometimes people call aces, especially deep and don't re-raise. Yeah, so he can have aces, but given the action on the flop and pre-flop, it's a lot less likely as if he would have free bet. And yeah, I have a very difficult time to put him on a hand, because I think hands like ace7, ace4, an ace probably bets the flop. So my guess was at the time that he either has aces with clubs, against which I'm completely destroyed, or he might have picked up a combo draw, which he now is going crazy with, and where he's trying to leverage the stack and yeah, getting me off a hand. I mean, when I just have two pair or something, I am insanely scared now, although his action doesn't make too much sense. I mean, at the time I thought his most likely holding is probably a pocket pair. So let's do something like this, 2%, although let's do 1% to 30%, and yeah, try to put him on a range. 4, 6, 4, 5, 6. Let's. Cannot add an 8, I guess. 5, 6. So what combo draws now makes sense, which she might go crazy with? I think the combo draw, most combo draw stuff we would bet on the flop. There's just like 8, 10, Jack with clubs, Ace 9 with clubs. He might play sometimes like this, but I guess he is not allowed to have 2 pair or a set on the flop, so we have to exclude a 4 and a 7 from his hand. He could also just be bluffing. I mean, sometimes he might just do this with Ace 9, thinking that I'm weak and trying to protect his hand. What else can he have? 8, 6, 8, 10. 6, 8, 10 is another combo draw, which could play this way. 8, 10 Jack. So yeah, not that many combo draws in there. So yeah, can he go crazy with another set? I mean, I cannot say that this might never happen. I mean, it could. Let's say he has something like 7, 7 Ace with a flush draw 2. This hand is also very reasonable to check back the flop, as it's very hard for your opponents to have something. And yeah, now on the turn, when one guy announces that he has something, by betting pot you now try to extract value. Let's also add Ace for 4 with clubs in there, and let's see how we are doing against this range. Yeah, against the range we gave him, we are actually doing very well, although I forgot the aces with clubs. So let's add this one in very quickly too, and now make another equity calculation. Yeah, as you can see, assuming this range, I do very well, and probably getting it in can't be that bad. And also re-raising now seems fine, as you don't want to allow him to see free rivers or stuff. Let's now see how this changes if we remove some stuff. Let's remove Ace 9. She might just call. If we do that, 9, 9 is now doing a lot worse. What is with Ace 9 with clubs? This is very reasonable to play it like this. 8, 10 Jack is also reasonable, I think. 6, 8, 10 with these stack sizes, leveraging the stack and the money behind makes a lot of sense. What happens if we also remove these slow plays, which you might not have? Yeah, so depending on what we put him on, yeah, this looks like yeah, we are in a worse spot than I assumed on the table. I mean, he could very occasionally just do it with some random bluff stuff, because he might assume, okay, he didn't bet the flop, so he has to be weak. And there are not many hands which I play this way. which are going for value. I mean, I could have bigger draws. These hands definitely make sense. And what also makes sense is a hand like ace-9, for example. And ace-9 is in a very tough spot now. I mean, even 9-9 is in a tough spot. But yeah, at the time I didn't believe him. And yeah, my decision was to re-raise. As I said, okay, it's very unlikely that he has aces because he didn't 3-bet pre-flop, he didn't bet the flop. So he has to have aces with clubs exactly. And he also would have to slow play the flop. And yeah, that's also not always the case, as people get very greedy with fun player in the pot too, who is very cally, and yeah, they will try to extract most value and often don't consider slow playing. So yeah, I was like, okay, aces are not that likely. So yeah, I was like, okay, I basically have the nuts, I have to re-raise, and then he was all in, and I was like, oh fuck, or maybe I'm in a very bad spot here. But as I cannot exclude ace-9 with clubs, for example, from his range, or maybe I think that's the only thing I really beat, or like ace high flush draw with rep. I mean, these hands doesn't make sense to re-raise all in, but some people might do, so yeah. Until this time I was still in a good mood and was like, ah yeah, great spot, I have to have the nuts. And as he reshoved, I was like, oh fuck, I probably have one out. And yeah, so we got it in. The river is a blank, so if he had a draw, we would now ship the pot, but unfortunately he had the weak aces with a club flush draw too, and yeah, was slow playing the flop, and yeah, destroyed me really badly. Although he also got very lucky that these shitty 9 had to come on the turn, and yeah, breaking my neck. Yeah, I think the better play most likely is to just call on the turn. And if I just call, we got a bit less than 100 BB in the pot. So yeah, on the river I wouldn't be able to get all the way, and yeah, I would have to call again on the river. So I could have saved 100 BB or something if I just go call turn, call river. But yeah, at the time, as I said, I thought it's more likely that he's having some sort of drawing hand or bluff or some stuff that was trying to put me to the test. And yeah, unfortunately I was wrong, and he made a great play, and yeah, it got rewarded. Yeah, let me know what you think. How would you proceed on the turn facing a raise? Are you re-raising as well, or are you just calling, or are you even folding, putting him on exactly aces with clubs? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, I found this hand very interesting, and yeah, pretty unlucky, but yeah, what can you do? That's poker, and yeah, sometimes you win and sometimes the other guys win. Yeah, I wish you more luck at the tables than I had in this hand, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing if you're not subscribed yet. This was my hand for the day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye until next time.